one of the guys of No New Enemies. What's No New Enemies?
It's a collection of artists. Some graffiti artists and some illustrators and some people that can't make their mind up. Sort of in between.
What are you?
Somewhere in between. An illustrator, really.
Illustrator.
And then sometimes I paint and do murals, but nothing on the street.
The
really.
work we can see here is painted here.
Yeah, it's what me and Duncan have done over the last 3 days.
This is Duncan. Duncan, you also made the artwork inside.
Yeah,
It lasted for 3 days, right?
3 days.
And were you guys able to finish what you wanted to?
You always have to finish it.
The title is Secondhand Smoke.
Yeah.
What's that about?
It's actually because I've just been I just went on a tour a couple of months back with Harlan, and I was pretty much, there were like 14 of us on the bus, and I was pretty much the only non-smoker. So I was receiving a lot of second-hand smoke. So we just thought that sounded like a good name for a show, and it can mean other things as well, you know, like kind of where ideas come from, or just where you pick up inspiration, you know, second-hand smoke.
So this is your work. Is this all done by you and your colleague, or?
It's all done by me and Duncan, Mr. Jago. We just start with a blank canvas, with not really any idea, just a vague idea about what we might do, and then we kind of build it up out of abstract shapes, and then it forms into this forms into a landscape.
Yeah.
You start off with something and Duncan continues.
Yeah, and then Duncan might see something in something that I've painted, or I might see something in him, in what he's done on the wall.
The good thing about this is instant, sort of, you know, you see the space, and I'm with my friends, so we get going on it, and we have faith in each other, we can get it done in time, etc.
Yeah. And what were the reactions from the audience today?
People seem to like, you know, the thing is that the simplest of things, the things on paper that we did really quickly, and I'm scared of just, I feel like I need to spend more time on things and polish them up, but people seem to like that too, so no one's hit me in the face.
And now you both work as an illustrator?
I started working as a commercial, you know, illustration and stuff, but not so more anymore.
I live in London, and I work at an animation company called Bermuda Shorts, and so I'm just working there most of the time, and then once every couple of months I get to go away. But over the last few years I've got a really good network of friends, you know, around Europe, and we all get together every now and then and paint and stuff.
Is there like a graffiti scene in Europe?
I mean, there's a massive graffiti scene, but that's like, graffiti's you know,
it's too big of a...
Yeah, I mean, it encompasses so many different kinds of art.
Graffiti's a completely different thing.
But it is with a...
it's got spray can in there, but that's just, I don't know what to call it really. You know, because I was influenced quite heavily by graffiti, and I've done graffiti, but I'm not a graffiti artist. I don't do enough of it, and I'm not... Yeah, it's not my thing. I like to, you know, just make pictures.
Right. But you did the things on the streets, the graffiti, you did it when you were younger?
Not really. Well, I tried to, but I did it with chalk. And the first time I ever did it, I got caught immediately.
But graffiti and everything around that is out of the illegal atmosphere nowadays, in my opinion.
It's sort of...
It's changed.
It has, and I think a lot more people are aware of it, and because of the success of certain people who are graffiti artists, it doesn't look like classic.
No. But now it's called art.
Yeah, people are... I think this happened before, back in the sort of 80s, but it's a dangerous thing to kind of, I think, pigeonhole something and say, well, it looks like that, so it must be this.
So we won't see any of your work on the streets, but we will in shops like this one.
Probably in shops like this, and galleries and magazines.
Is it a good earning? Can you earn lots of money with it?
I pay my rent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm constantly working, and I can live from what I do, so I'd much rather do that than a job where maybe I get paid more and hate it. So.
Is England an inspiring place too, as an artist?
I don't know. Like I met Will in Bristol, where we went to university, and I sort of stayed there because there was enough of the things that do inspire me there. There's plenty to do, and there's people, you know, good music and you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I guess so. A lot of people creating stuff as well. So. That was probably the best interview I've ever had.
Yay!
Sometimes they're just so uncomfortable, and I was thinking it was going to be like that, but no, that was cool. Thanks. Thank you.